Dear all, welcome to my video. Today is September the 4th, 2013. I'm Fib Stalker, and this is a weekly and daily review for my September 4 newsletter. I'm going to review the S&P 500, E-mini future, the dollar index, and gold future here in this video. I hope you all are well. I've been taking a short holiday, so it's a few days I did not publish anything new. So I'm going to start quickly with this video here. What you see on the screen is the weekly chart of the S&P 500 E-mini futures continuous contract. Those who follow me know that I've been looking at the following measure move after a sequence of moves on the weekly, which was possible to identify in the last few months, starting from 2012 here. I'm only showing you the last few moves. We had this measure move in 1339, bringing prices into 1500 and then 1585, so it was possible for us to trace the next weekly extensions, and we know that we found support in the 1560 area and up, and we know that the next target is going to come at around 1720-30. Moving to the daily chart, I want to show you this a more precise trace of this weekly support, 1550 on the continuous contract, and we have 1720 is going to be the first target for this trace here. As you can see, this can be traced in two different ways, using the high in 1666 here, or using the high in 6080 at 6080. So at the moment I'm showing this, but if we move this to 6080, this target here should move. Actually, let's retrace this for more clarity, and tracing from high to highs. Then we have, as you can see, we have a first target around 1730 area. So we shouldn't really be surprised if price gets there in the coming weeks. And actually, we are seeing at the moment a reaction, and this reaction came from a trace from lows to highs here. As you can see, there was participations first. There was participation around August the 22nd, and then this area was actually starting in 1630, was actually tested multiple times, and then price found participation as well as program trading, which has been pushing this price higher. So as you can see, the first target of this inner setup is very close to 1730. So to me, 1730 is going to be the next target if price continues higher. For sure, you should see some sort of retest of the previous highs in 1705. Moving to the dollar index, what you see on the screen is the daily chart, but I want to show you the weekly chart first. And those who follow me know that I've been tracing this measure move here basically since mid 2011, and as we can see in this 8450 level, in the area starting around this level, we saw participation on the downside twice in 2012 and again twice in 2013, and nothing says that we could test that area again. One thing is sure, the next move in the sequence of measured moves. As you can see here, we had this support in 7984, which came in 2012, then again tested at the end of 2012 and at the beginning of 2013 twice. So at the end of 2012 and then again at the beginning of 2013, and price never made it to the target here. So potentially we are still in this long here, but we had participation on the short side from a higher time frame, and in my experience, the higher time frame always wins, unless there are changes, big changes. Now, the next level of resistance in the dollar comes at 82.90, 82.80 area here. Formerly, we did not test that just yet, and this may just be a reaction to the 20-day moving average. However, there is also a possibility that this is it for the dollar cycle, and there is another trace, an extension that could actually be important and be the reason why we found some participation on the downside here. I'm not sure this cycle higher ended for the dollar at the moment, and what I'm looking for is a test of this 82.87 and a retest of 85.50 can only be possible if we break above 83.37 here. I'm not anticipating this at the moment, but with the current events and what's going on with the Obama wanted to bring war in Syria, that's possible. We don't know that. Moving to gold, I want to show you again the weekly chart first, and if we zoom out here, I can show you that this trace here with this support coming at 1230 area here is actually obtained by tracing from the lows in 2002 to highs in 2011 now. So we are in a retrace that is going on now 1 year and a half, and that's almost 2 years, and that's really when you think about it, and when you think of how powerful there are these levels, we can notice here there was a bounce from this 1230 area of support, and these are long-term support. It's traced using 10 years of data. Now, I want to show you something interesting here, and also to let you see how powerful the profit taking of the method I use to analyze the market. In fact, if we trace from highs to lows here, we have a brief break here, but see where price where this setup broke price into the first target 1440, and then the second target at 1280, and actually price even continued lower here, but within this move lower, we can actually study this move lower. We can study the price structure of this move lower, and we can always recognize an area of resistance, which is a short setup, so a short entry with targets. And so we had the first one was 1701 here, bringing price in 1607, so almost 100 points, and then again price continue lower into this 1558, and then as we reach the second target, then we continued lower, and actually, as we can see here, we had another setup with this 1590 bringing again price into 1490, which was the second target, and then much lower here, and then again we saw this anchor here, which is the level of price where we trace setups to be used here once again, and we saw price moving into the first target 1254 and moving lower as well, and we can actually use the same anchor to trace the current level of resistance you're seeing in gold. So at the moment gold is reacting to this 1408 level of resistance, and This is what we see on the weekly, and if this setup was to be observed and respected, then we can see that we have much lower prices to go for the dollar on the weekly side if this setup is respected. Now, a first confirmation of this setup being a valid setup would be if price breaks the 1276.75 level here, in which case there would be at least for sure a retest of 1232 level here, and then we would need to see how price behaves around this area, which saw participation in actually in the end of June, so in July, early July. When we move to the daily chart here, we can see that things are a little bit more complicated. On one side, we could argue that on the bigger time frame, something that I should have showed you on the weekly time frame, there was a violation on the upside, which means that actually the larger time frame, the larger participation on the downside has expired, or it does not have the same at least does not have the same conviction and participation as saw before. On the weekly I showed this setup, which could be the current setup, and I want to leave it there. So a confirmation that things are really changed will only come if price moves up above 1463. And I want to show you finally an analysis on the, so let's keep this 1462 in mind, and I want to show you actually what I want to show you is the sequence of measure move on the daily. We have here this measure move, and it's not surprising that after price came into 1381, then we also saw price moving into the second target in 1434. And look at this, I mean, look at the participation, profit taking that we saw on at this level. And it's important to notice that the next move, the extension failed and price moved below 1381. So the next two level of support I can see in this market are the first one, which I wouldn't trust a lot because the sequence has been interrupted here, would be anyway 1352, and I don't trust this trace here. So I would expect, we could expect to see price at least moving lower into 1307, and then we should study what's going to happen here. I hope this video, I hope you enjoyed this video, and it can be helpful for your trading. This video only goes to my newsletter subscribers, so if you want to receive the video, just go on my website fibstalker.com and sign up for the free newsletter. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you a great trading day tomorrow and end of week. Bye bye.